Today was another great time in church, and we were still on our topic of godliness. And today I personally learned a lot about the nature of sin, and this actually encouraged me to kind of examine myself and to see if those areas are lingering in my life too, so I can make changes. I learned today that sin is forceful, and the pastor used a lot of stories to really explain the nature of sin today. He explained that sin is forceful, and he made reference to Samson and Delilah and how Delilah was pressing and literally forced the answer out of Samson, which then led to Samson's ruin. He also mentioned that sin is pressurizing. It's so pressurizing. It's like we see here also from the story of Joseph and Potiphar's wife, how Potiphar's wife was, pressurizing him, literally grabbing him, but he had to escape. We also learned also that sin is compelling. Sin is compelling. Furthermore, we were taught how we can reject and how we can resist the hold of sin in our lives. And our focus today was on the power of our tongue. On many occasions, what we say to certain situations we find ourselves in can lead to our freedom from that situation. Going back to Joseph rejected Potiphar's wife's offer. He said, "How can I do this sin and wickedness against God?" And he ran away. And what was most interesting was that Joseph spoke the word of God, and he brought God into the equation. Also, how do we resist sin? We have to refuse to entertain evil thoughts. Naturally, sometimes in life we think, sometimes our mind wanders to think certain things, and before we know it, we're fully immersed in a deep thinking. And we have to just protect ourselves from these evil thoughts. As soon as it comes in, cancel it with your voice. Speak against it. Because evil thoughts lead to evil, beliefs, which can even lead to evil actions in the end. So this is one area we have to protect against. Another way to escape the trap of sin is to engage in what we call sound reasoning. Many of us are involved in certain things right now that are not really adding value to our lives. We have to call ourselves to a meeting, as it were, and say, is this thing truly adding value to my life? Is what I'm doing going to lead to progress? Or is it destroying me? Is it taking me up, or is it taking me down? We have to ask ourselves these questions. And if ultimately the answer is it's not adding value to my life, then ultimately we have to stop it. Another way to escape the trap of sin is to watch out for the friendships we keep and the habits that we cultivate and we develop. Once again, this all goes back to sound reasoning. We have to call ourselves to a meeting. Is this friendship adding value to me, or is it diminishing me? I learned a powerful word that friendship is like an elevator. It either takes you up or takes you down. It never leaves you the same. And I just want to encourage us to just reflect on our lives and what is it in our lives that we need to change. The thing about godliness and this month, it's not that we're pointing fingers. It's a month of reflection. Am I really pleasing God with my lifestyle? Am I really living for God? And if you discover that you're not, you just make a change. And then that's it. You make progress in life. And I hope that we'll all take this week to reflect and really position ourselves to live upright lives. God bless you.